Now we'll go with the next question. What is saying? The weight of a copper, deposited when, okay, deposited when 0.5 Faraday of current is passed through the copper sulfate solution. I think these question and these question are completely same. This question 8th one and the 11th question is completely same, because here he is saying what? The weight of a copper deposited. Here also the weight of a copper deposited when 0.5 Faraday, 1.5 Faraday is passed through the copper sulfate solution. Even though you pass into the solution of that element, but the same element will be liberated on the above, okay. Even though you pass it into, here also it is passed into CuSO4 only, but he didn't say, right, he didn't mention, okay. It is passed into CuSO4 solution only. So the same question, and the answer is also completely same, because see 0.5 Faraday, what I told you, on passing 1 Faraday, already here it is there na, right, on passing 1 Faraday of current, what will be there? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 electrons, and equivalent weight I told you, 1 Faraday gives 96,500 coulombs, or equivalent weight or this electrons, isn't it? So what we can say, 1 Faraday will give you how much current, how much weight? That is equivalent weight, right. So 1 Faraday will give you equivalent. So what is an equivalent weight? That is equal to atomic weight by valency, okay. So atomic weight by valency is it. So what is an atomic weight of the copper? It is 63.5. Valency is how much? It is 2 copper, right. So what will be coming? 31.75. This is on passing 1 Faraday. What is saying? 0.5 Faraday. I already told you, if you want anything, you need to multiply that same. So 0.5 Faraday will give you what? 0.5 Faraday will give you what? It will give you 0.5 into 31.75, which is equal to what? 31.75 divided by 2, and which is equal to 15.875. 15.875 is given by 0.5 Faraday. 15.875 is given by 0.5 Faraday. Where is that? And this is an option 3. The same question and the same answer, guys, okay. There is nothing more change in that. Let us change the question. Let us take here what? 0.25 Faraday. 0.25 Faraday. Let us change it, okay. Then what will be giving, guys? What you will get? So okay, so 0.5 Faraday is nothing but you need to multiply 0.5, and 0.5 Faraday is given by divided by 4, okay. So what is that? Let us see, okay. So what I told you, guys, 0.25, right. So 0.25 Farad means you what you need to multiply. So take a 0.25 here, take 0.25. So multiply by 0.25, right. So 1 Faraday is equal to what? 0.25. So 0.25 is what here? Okay. So 0.25 means it is 1 by 4. It is 1 by 4, right. You know 1 is equal to 1, 0.5 is equal to 1 by 2, and 0.25 is equal to 1 by 4, and 0.125 is equal to 1 by 8. Remember, 0.5 means 1 by 2, 0.25 means 1 upon 4, 0.125 is 1 upon 8, okay. So take here 31.75, okay, divided by 4, okay, which is equal to 15.875 divided by 2, okay. Now again divided by 2, what you are going to get? So let us take, so 2 1s are 2 7s, 14, 1.8, 0.9, okay, 7.9 will be the answer. And if you see 0.9, and we are getting 7 here. So 2 4s are 8, okay, 7.93 some change, right? So here is there an option? So there is no option, so let us take fifth option is 7.94, okay, that is an answer. So if he is saying 0.125 Faraday, divide it by 8, okay, so this will be the question's answer, right? So that is very simple. What you need to remember is atomic weights, valencies, equivalent weights, okay, and also finally this relation, is that clear, guys? Okay, so take it down completely. Now we'll go with the next question, okay, right? Now we'll go with the next question, right? So what is saying, guys? With temperature this will decrease, with temperature this will decrease. So what is that? First option is electrolytic conduction, electronic conduction, degree of ionization, mobility of ions. So tell me, guys, what is that? So first of all, what is the difference between electronic and electrolytic conduction? What is the difference between electronic and electrolytic conduction, right? What is the difference? Do you remember that? Okay, so what is the difference between electronic and electrolytic conduction? So we know electronic conduction is due to electrons, isn't it? And electrolytic conduction is due to ions, okay. Electronic conduction is due to electrons and electrolytic conduction is due to ions. Now tell me, what he is saying with the temperature? He is saying relation with the temperature. So we know as temperature increases, what increases? In the current, will the current increase or decrease? So we know as temperature increases, resistance increases. Resistance increases. So resistance is increasing means what will decrease? Current will decrease. Resistance increases means current will decrease. We know as temperature increases, resistance increases. So when resistance is getting increased, what will be decreased? Current will be decreased, isn't it? So when current is decreasing, we know what conduction is. Conduction is due to current, right? Conduction is due to electrons, and electrons is nothing but, flow of electrons is nothing but current, right? So what we know here, as temperature is increasing, resistance increases. As resistance increasing, current will decrease. So what we know? Conduction is nothing but electrons, flow of electrons. Flow of electrons is what? Current. So here when current is decreasing, conduction will decrease. What I told you? Current is decreasing with the temperature. So here temperature is increasing. Temperature with the temperature means temperature. Okay. So when temperature is increasing, current will decrease. So when current is decreasing, what is decreased? Conduction is decreased, because electronic conduction, right? This is conduction. Electronic conduction is due to electrons. Electrons is nothing but current. Okay. Now when this is decreased, so directly we can say electronic conduction is due to flow of electrons. Flow of electrons is nothing but current. So current gets decreased when temperature is increased. That's it. Very simple. Within one statement we can find the answer. Okay. Electronic conduction is due to electrons, right? So electrons is nothing but current. When temperature is increased, right, current will decrease. So when current decreases, electronic conduction will decrease. Is that clear? Right. So and also when temperature is increased, electrolytic conduction, okay, when temperature is increased, electrolytic conduction, okay, increases. when temperature is increased, electrolytic conduction, because electrolytic is what? Due to ions, due to flow of ions, due to transfer of ions. Okay, so when temperature is increased, electrolytic conduction increases, but electronic conduction decreases with the temperature. That's it, very simple. Is that clear, guys? Understood? So that's the topic. Now what is saying, in the electrochemical series, the electrode with the lowest reduction potential value, right? In the electrochemical series, the electrode with the lowest reduction potential is, right? So see, okay, so I'm going to erase this, guys. Make a note of this statements, these all lines. Okay, if you remember this, then easily the questions can be easily cracked, guys. Okay, so what, make a note of this. Now we'll go with the next question, right? So take it down, guys. I'm going to erase this. Okay, so if possible, make a note of this completely. I'm going to erase this, right? So see what is saying. Okay, in electrochemical series, the electrode with the lowest reduction potential value. So first of all, what he is saying, listen that. What he is saying, remember that, so that we can easily answer the question. So see, in the electrochemical series, I already told you many times. In all the chapters like corrosion and metallurgy, there I told you very clearly. Electrochemical series. So what is an electrochemical series? It is in the order of increasing of the oxidation potential. It is in the order of increasing of the oxidation potential or decreasing of the reduction potential, isn't it? Increasing of the oxidation potential or decreasing of the reduction potential, right? So how it is? It is in increasing of, oxidation potential, or what we can say, or decreasing order of what? Reduction potential, isn't it? Right? So always the electrochemical series is in the increasing order of oxidation potential or decreasing order of reduction potential. Now if you see, how is that series? Lithium, potassium, sodium, okay, magnesium, zinc, aluminium, okay, and so on. A hydrogen at a zero potential, right? And silver, copper, gold, okay, silver, right, silver, here we have actually copper, silver, gold, platinum, right? So this is a electrochemical series. Now what is saying? Electrochemical series is in the order of increasing of the oxidation potential, right, or decreasing of the reduction potential. Now we know this is an increasing order of what? Increasing order of oxidation potential. So here we know there is highest oxidation potential, right? And when you go to below, what is happening? Oxidation potential decreases, and here there is highest reduction potential, right? As you come from top to bottom, oxidation potential decreases or reduction potential increases, right? That means here there is higher reduction potential, here there is highest oxidation potential, So the another condition is, tell me, what is a relation between oxidation potential and reduction potential? That means when the oxidation potential is higher to an element, then what is its reduction potential? We know oxidation potential is equal to minus of reduction potential, right? Or reduction potential is equal to minus of oxidation potential, right? So if it is having more oxidation potential, it will have less reduction potential. You know, if it is having more oxidation potential, then it will have less reduction potential. and also if it is having less oxidation potential, it will have more reduction potential. If it is having less oxidation potential, then it will have more reduction potential. If it is having more oxidation potential, it will have less reduction potential. Now, what I told you, here we have highest oxidation potential. Then here it will have very less reduction potential, right? In these elements it is having highest oxidation potential, then it will have less reduction potential. Then what is asking? The element with okay, in the electrochemical series, the electrode with lowest reduction potential. Lowest reduction potential means what? It is more oxidation potential. So where is more oxidation potential? Here there is more oxidation potential. And what is the first element? Lithium. What is the option here? Lithium. Directly go with the answer. That's it. Okay, right? So more oxidation potential is less reduction. Less reduction is more oxidation. So what is saying? With less reduction potential is what? Lowest reduction potential. Where is the lowest reduction potential? Wherever there is the highest oxidation potential, there we will be having the lowest reduction potential. So here we are having top elements are highest oxidation potential, and of course they will be having very less reduction potential. So of course our first element is lithium, and he has given an option as a lithium. So this is our answer. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is also wrong. Okay, that is the question asked. You need to remember the electrochemical series and you need to remember the order of that. Where is the highest oxidation, where is the highest reduction? If you remember that, that's it. Very simple, you can answer that. Okay, so take it down. We will go with the next questions. Okay, so make a note of this, right? So let us go with our next question. Until then what? Take it down completely. We'll erase and we'll go for the next question. Okay, right. Now what is saying? Okay, so I hope we have seen them. So I think we have seen this, right? Right. So what is that I told you? We have seen the above two questions, isn't it? Right. We have seen this question, the answer was electronic condition. We have seen this one, the answer was lithium, right? Why? Because more oxidation potential is for lithium, so of course it will be having very less reduction potential, right? Now what is saying? A zinc rod half immersed in a beaker, zinc rod half immersed in a beaker will corrode where it gets corroded fastly. So we know, I think I have told you this in the corrosion very best. So we are having a rod in this way, right? So he is saying it is only half immersed in a beaker, right? Half immersed in a beaker. So half water, what is half? Right, half is this one, right? So this was a half, okay, right? So we have immersed it half, then corrodes fastest at the top, corrodes, does not corrode at all, corrode fastest at the metal boundary, this is a metal boundary, right, and corrodes fastest at the bottom. That means it gets corroded at this element fastly, okay. That means top is what? Top of the metal. Top of the metal, where it has? Top of the metal, where it has? Here it is having the top of the metal, right? So the zinc, okay, actually it corrodes fastly at the boundary, okay. That means if you have water up to this, okay, this was your boundary, then if you immerse it completely, into the water, okay, completely into the water, then it gets corroded fastly at this bottom, at this border, okay, at this border, right, okay, at this border. So what is that? If it is completely immersed into a beaker, then it's corroded, then it gets corroded fastly at this bottom, okay. Now what is saying? It is a half immersed in a beaker, then it gets corroded where? It gets corroded at the top of the element. Top of the element where we have? Fastest at the top of metal. Okay, so this will be the answer. Does not corrode at all, it is wrong. Okay, water metal boundary, what? Water metal boundary is this one. When it gets corroded at the boundary? When it is immersed. When it is immersed. Okay, when it is immersed completely. Okay, when you immerse a metal into the water completely, then it gets corroded at this border. When you immerse it in a half, then it gets corroded fastest at the top. Okay, so that is the question we have, and that is our answer. Okay, he might ask anyways, a zinc rod completely immersed in a water, where it gets corroded means at the water metal boundary, that is nothing but this one. Okay, a zinc rod which is immersed in a half water. Okay, a zinc rod half immersed, it is immersed only half, that means it is not completely touching. Then where it gets corroded, guys? It gets corroded at the top, that is what? This one. Okay, is that clear? So that was the question asked, very simple. So take it down. He might ask this question from corrosion also. Okay, wherever he can ask. Okay, from the corrosion also we can get this question, corrosion chapter also, right? So there also we will be discussing about the question. So don't worry, right? Until then what? Make a note of this completely. Okay.